The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Up the middle with Eckler. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 49 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Once more, here's Eckler. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Here's Hurts to throw. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
A give, Eckler running to the right. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Now a give running left is Eckler. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Hurts. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. A 10-yard completion, but still now facing third and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Jackson now. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Looking deep here for Flowers. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, 53 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Good. Hey, 73.
But 1st down hurts. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Chris Watkins, 55 yards. And the Eagles are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the 1st half. Elliott good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. (17-17) the score, all even to this point as the kick's away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. To throw is Jackson. Flushed out right. Well, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
The second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, Silver.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And he's got it inside the 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Great, set.
Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Austin Eckler in the final seconds of the first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Elliott now to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown, Eagles. And you've used the phrase with me before, pressing the kicking game. What exactly does that mean? Because they did it there.
It means focusing on it, all aspects of it, because it's the third part of the game. Offense, defense, special teams. If you press the kicking game, create an advantage, make a big play, it often leads to victory.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. Fights off the defender. The result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So from the 37, here's second and a couple. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by him. And I think the ball's out. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. So it's a turnover there on the lost fumble, and this third quarter could not really have started worse.
I think that's a great observation because this was a close game at the half. They gave up the touchdown the opening drive. Now they turn over the football. This game, they can get away from pretty quickly if their defense doesn't step up right here.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Second down. Here's Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Right now, they're in a bit of a tough spot here, CD. You trail them by double digits. Remember the last time out, they fumbled. They're going to have to play some clean football here on this possession.
And all the talk on their sideline has been about taking care of the football, making sure that they're handling the ball correctly. So you know they'll be squeezing the rock pretty tight here. They just have to be careful not to go so hard at doing that they actually cause themselves other problems. Take care of the ball, but still try and play free and natural.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Hey, middle.
Here's Jackson to throw. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now they're in the hurry-up. A first down carry for Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
The scoreboard tells the story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Flush to his right. Oh, that's deep for Duvernay. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA. Throwing is Hurts. On the screen, this is Eckler. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see him drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This is a counter play, Eckler. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Tiger Hornet.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Here's 3rd and 6. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offense.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. 51 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. He finds Peterman over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100-1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. Oh, nice move. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down and 8. They go play action with Hurts. And this one complete to Smith. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
And the Ravens have got it. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. On the give, this is Eckler. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd down and 4. Eckler, they run left side. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 94 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On the ground, it's Eckler. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On second down, Eckler shoves him aside. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Eagles are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A good chunk on the ground on the keeper, 17 yards, first down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Up the middle with Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 3rd down, Jackson. Flushed out right. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Philadelphia,